Pro Clean Limited, window cleaning in Nottingham and Derbyshire. Quick first clean tutorial today. I know I've covered first cleans in other videos, but this one's about using your chemicals. And our new guy had a bit of an incident yesterday. He went to a new clean, he soaked up every window in the house, and of course by the time he got back to rinsing off the first one, the chemical had dried on the window, and this caused him a lot of elbow grease scrubbing it off with the old Unger rub out. So got Andy, my guy, on the camera here today. Thank you, Andy. We'll take a closer look here, Andy. If you step over, you can see where all the dust and shite and crud of a hot couple of months has been. I haven't cleaned these since, well, it's been about 3 to 4 months since I last did these. In this bottle we're using something called UPVC Max. You can't buy this anymore, I don't know, well, I don't think you can anyway. It's just something I have left over plenty of, so I'll use it up. Normally I'd use a product called UBix 2000. I'll link you guys to it below. The reason I use the UBix 2000 is because when it does dry on white PVC, it doesn't stain. But always, the rules to remember of using a chemical for cleaning is never ever let it dry. Got Charlie and Molly supervising here, making sure that it's all good. But the first thing to do is to make sure that your surface is wet, and if you also take off as much of the loose stuff as you can, just with the normal water, normal brush head, happy days. You might notice this window's open ajar. That won't matter at all because we're not going to get water on the insides of it. So we'll just take off all of the looser, rougher stuff to start. There we go. It's going to be good. All those old bits of grass that are blown up. So now that's nice and wet. We'll turn the water off. Univalve inside the pole, of course. I'll link it to those as well. Then we'll take our PVC Max, or whichever cleaner you like. I like the UBix, as I say. Some lads swear by Virosol. I find, once again, if you leave the Virosol, it will stain your windows. So there's the UPVC Max applied. And you can see the colours, it actually starts to run. If you get in here where it's picking up the dirt, and it's running down here, it turns all the dirt into this orangey brown, like most good cleaners do. But now we're just going to work that in. And it doesn't take tons of elbow grease. People talk to me about the prices I charge for first cleans, etc. And by people I mean other window cleaners on the forums, on the YouTube, etc. And the reason that I always have a first charge clean is because this work takes extra. On a maintenance cleaner, a little bay like this is a 1 minute job. But when you're having to apply all this chemical and let it sit, work it in, it's going to be 4 to 5 minutes. It's going to take you 4 to 5 times longer. So a house this size, which is 3 beds attached, you honestly want to be charging at least an hour's work, at least £40. Any customer that truly wants a window cleaner, that's truly interested in looking after their house, their maintenance, etc., will happily pay the first clean charge. If they give it, well, last window cleaner I only charged £6 and I ain't paying for it, they're not bothered about having their windows done. They just want a window cleaner for appearances. People that honestly want to have nice clean windows every time, they'll pay the premium. So now we've worked in our cleaner, look for any odd spots. We don't see any here where the dirt is being stubborn, and just give it make sure it's not dried, still perfectly wet, and then just rinse it off really. No rocket science behind this, just the elbow grease. So let's get that cleaner moved off and then we'll see what we got. So you see PVC is coming up nice and white already. That's the biggest secret to this, is just don't let it dry. If you use these nylon based brushes, I've got a gardener's seal brush on here, I'll link you up to this as well. This is the one I normally use with hot water, but I'm running cold today as it's still the heart of summer. But if you're using these nylon brushes, the nice thing about these is that the soap doesn't stay attached to the brush, unlike the flock brushes. And I found even with the DuPont brush you get the same problem of the soap staying on it for a long time. Here, once we've rinsed off the soap, cleaned it off, given it a rinse down, you're not going to have that problem, the soap will be long gone. Take that off of there, over to this side. I'm going to have to do the insides of these now, guys, because my dogs love to sit in this window and doggy yard all over the window with their nose prints. So that's why that one might still look a bit rough, which it does. Just get the rest of the grass and crap off of there. Any little bits that are stuck on. Rinse that down there, down there. Now, top tip here, I picked this up off a young man I saw cleaning not too long ago actually, so it goes to show that even I'm still learning. And one of the biggest problems with water-fed pole cleaning is these expansion joints, right? Sorry, a little bit of a cut and edit there as the camera ran out of recording time. Once Andy steps off the hose pipe, there we go. As I was saying, expansion joints, guys. The crap loves to sit up in here and seep out afterwards. In one of my other videos I showed you with the brush how I dig in there and pull all that out. Top tip, if you haven't got a brush to hand, block a jet off and you'll be amazed at the power that comes out of just a single jet. And you can see here coming across the sill, all the crap coming out of there. So it's still coming. And just use it as a mini blaster to just finish off and make sure that none of that crud is going to roll down afterwards. And lovely. So there we go, that's the expansion joint cleared out. Now leave all that to be and it will dry to a spot. And streak-free finish. You see, if he leaves a spot there, just take that off. And that's it. That's really all that's involved in the first clean. It's just simply about being thorough and about making sure that you've got all the dirt, giving it a scrub. A little bit of chemical can go a long way. As you can see, that's a litre bottle and we've not even used a couple of millimetres of it so far. But the key, once again, never allow your chemical to dry on the window frame. That's going to cause you nightmares and you're going to be scrubbing for hours afterwards. Always keep it wet, always keep it moving. Hope you found this interesting. If you like what we do, please subscribe. Comments in the box below as always, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.